Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Sparkin over Broncos, the show where we spark conversation about our Denver Broncos. I am your host, Gage Madrid, and today I want to talk about running back Melvin Gordon. But before we do that, be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you have yet to do so. According to the YouTube algorithm, if this is your third time visiting the channel and you have yet to subscribe, then you have to subscribe, so no pressure. As of March 20th, running back Melvin Gordon remains on the free agent market, and I feel as each day passes, the lower and lower his market value drops. As Gordon's market begins to dwindle, I feel that you have to entertain bringing him back if you are general manager George Paton. Gordon had a solid 2021 season for the Broncos, of course splitting carries with second-round draft pick Javonte Williams. In 16 games last season, Gordon carried the rock 203 times for 918 yards and 8 touchdowns, averaging 4.5 yards per carry. He also caught 28 passes for 213 yards and 2 additional touchdowns. Melvin had some explosive runs last season, and I feel that he and Pookie Williams did bring some bright spots to an overall lackluster offense last season. Gordon and Williams became just the second pair of running backs in franchise history to each eclipse 900 yards in a single season, with Mike Anderson and Tatum Bell also doing so in 2005. Of course, there are many in Broncos country who feel that it's time for Pookie to become the full-time running back, as he showed major flashes in his rookie year, and there is a chance that he could dominate the league if he had the backfield to himself. Others feel that the tandem of Williams and Gordon complemented each other well, and why change something that isn't broken? Of course, one thing you have to talk about with Melvin Gordon is the fumbles. He has 21 of them in his career, including 7 over his 2 years in Denver. That means he has been good for a fumble nearly every 4 games. That's not good. These fumbles also usually come at the most inopportune time. Fans will think back to Melvin's first game as a Bronco, where he had a critical fumble, and then most recently in the final game of the 2021 season, where Denver had a chance to take a 2-score lead on the Chiefs, but instead, Melvin Gordon was blasted by Melvin Ingram of the Chiefs and fumbled for a defensive touchdown. For whatever unlucky reason, Melvin Gordon's fumbling issues seem to come up at the worst possible time. I'm not sure if the moment gets to his head or if he's just a victim of poor luck time in and time out. Either way, it has put a bit of a label on Gordon throughout his career and is definitely something you have to be aware of if you are a team preparing to sign Melvin Gordon. According to Pro Football Focus, Gordon was set to command $6 million on the open market. But as each day passes, I feel that number is going to get smaller and smaller. Over the last couple of days, the Broncos have cleared up some extra cap space by restructuring a couple of contracts, including those of Tim Patrick and Courtland Sutton. As it currently sits, the Broncos have a little over $13 million in cap space to play with. Although a chunk of that money will go to pay rookie contracts, there will be some money left over to bring in a player such as Melvin Gordon or maybe Bryce Callahan, as we still have a glaring hole at the nickel position. I do like Melvin Gordon quite a bit, but I am also strongly of the opinion that you can get quality production out of the running back positions in the later rounds of the draft, and there are many examples to back this up. You would also be paying that player pennies on the dollar in comparison to a guy like Melvin, who still figures to command probably $5 to $6 million on the open market somewhere. Depending on where he was drafted, a rookie would make around $1 million APY. In that scenario, you would still bring in a quality running back to pair with our RB1 and Javonte Williams, and you would still have the cash to sign a Bryce Callahan and fill the nickel position, which is a very critical position in the pass-happy NFL of today. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, Broncos country. Do you feel that the team should bring back Melvin Gordon? I would love to hear from you. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at Gage Madrid NFL. And for now, this has been another episode of Sparkin over Broncos, the show where we spark conversation about our Denver Broncos. I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.